Hello, Dream Warriors, and thank you for joining me today. So, today I want to share a simple truth and observation that I have been learning from my own spiritual journey. And this is going to sound obvious perhaps, but it's one thing to hear something and kind of know it at a knowledge level, and it's another thing to go through life and experience it and see, oh yeah, like this really does apply, and now I know what this feels like and what this energy is like. It's basically this of enjoying the journey, enjoying the process. I've always been someone who loves to reach goals, and that's still something that's very much a part of me. But what I've been learning is that it's just as important to enjoy the different steps, because there are things that we learn along the way that help us go up, up, up to reaching our goals. And instead of like loathing that process, I'm learning how to enjoy it and accept it, and also learning the lesson of letting go of over attachment. So this is something I've really observed in my process of meeting people. And what I've been realizing is that it's never a waste in coming in contact with different people. Sometimes, for example, if a person is on a dating app and say you match with somebody, but then you just get this bad feeling, like this intuitive knowing that it may be something they said at the beginning, or maybe a picture, and you're like, oh, okay, my intuition is speaking to me, and you might just go ahead and unmatch with them. That's not much of an interaction, but it's still an interaction, and that is like helping you to see what you don't want and also learn to trust your intuition. So that experience in itself is not a waste. And but going much further than that, say having different interactions and having a new friendship and getting to know that person, and then maybe say after a few months the two of you just kind of grow apart. Well, there are still things that a person will have gained from having those interactions, even if that friendship didn't continue. And I know for myself, I do look long term, and I like to have people in my life long term. And that's definitely still a very strong desire. But what I'm realizing is that, some people, there has been like a pre-plan, pre-earth to come in contact with, and some people are not meant to stay in our life forever. There's different lessons that come through, and sometimes it's just a temporary kind of joy. But my encouragement is that if you are looking at long-term connections with people or meeting long-term goals, that just remember that none of the things that you're going through are in vain, and there is something that you gain from every interaction and every step along the way. And I think for myself, as I continue to have this new perspective and see it that way, then I will be able to enjoy the process more. And guess what? When we enjoy the process, when we're enjoying and loving life and in that flow, guess what? There's no or less resistance. And you know what resistance does? It blocks us from what we truly desire. So it's much better to be in that place of going with the flow and enjoying the process, because it'll actually end up propelling us forward down the path quicker to get to where we actually want to go. But finding that balance of enjoying the journey, but also learning to just to embrace that process. It's not always the easiest thing. And here's another perspective about that. If you're finding it difficult to enjoy the process and to let go of resistance, that in itself is also a lesson, and that resistance is not always going to be there. That feeling of, oh, I don't want to go through the process, it's not always going to be there, and that's a lesson in itself that you are in the process of working through. So this is just my encouragement that wherever you are is just where you're meant to be, and you are working through things. Especially considering you're listening to a video like this, you're hungry for spiritual truth, you maybe at least have a curiosity, there's open-mindedness, and that is going to help you be propelled down your spiritual path. So that's my encouragement today. Enjoy the journey, and you will get to your desired outcome much quicker. I hope this message has helped. Sending you love and light.